All right. So, greetings, Grand Rising. Sending love wherever you are. I am so grateful to be with you this morning. And while we give folks a little bit of time to come on in here, I am going to do what I always do, which is to settle into my body with breath. And I always invite you to just breathe in. And the purpose of the breath, as I've shared before, is really as a chance to come into your body. Sometimes I shake myself into my body and feel and rub and squeeze and touch myself into my body. And I can feel myself like coming in, and it feels good. Like all of a sudden I feel, at one time it used to hurt. It used to hurt coming into my body because I'd been absent from me and I didn't know how much pain I was carrying. Well, let's get into our bodies with breath. So please join me in taking in a nice deep breath in and breathing out. We'll take in another nice deep breath in and breathe out. Bringing in a third breath in and breathing out. All right, now breathe at your own pace. And so honored to be having this conversation with you all this morning. The way that these messages show up for me are always right on time. So for those who don't know, my name is Sanahara Ama Chandra. I am a sound light healer, and I operate from the portal of the Sacred Mother, the Sacred Mother portal. And what that means is, as someone who is activated to that frequency in a very strong and resonant way, it means that I tune in deeply into my embodied experience, who I am in my form, because I understand I am made up of the sum total of everything that is a part of this earth. More or less, it's me, it's in my essence. My essence is love. My essence is awareness. And I'm constantly working to seek to expand that out so that it becomes more of my resonance through everything that I do. And so, today's topic, right? Magnification of light through shared and different perspectives. This conversation is showing up from the place of having awareness that many of us, in our unsettledness, in our own position, may be looking for echo chambers, or when someone gives us a different perspective, we might choose to think, oh, they don't get it, they don't know, they're not safe, without understanding or accepting the is and the expansion process, the is and the that and then some. So when we lean into the that and then some, it means that someone may be aligned with you right here, shared perspectives, and you create this magnification of light through this shared moment. And then there will be times when they won't be right beside you. In fact, they will be right in front of you, and it will feel almost as if they're opposing, when really they're simply coming from two different angles, two different originating points, and they're demonstrating light from that angle, which might expose shadows you didn't see. shadows you weren't aware of, when we're able to see it from different perspectives. When we stand here, we can both see it without any shadows here because our light's here. But when someone is here, we can see what they are seeing, the stuff that was behind us, and we're seeing what they don't see. That is the different perspective. And really, again, it's a magnification of the light that is. If we are all light and we're all seeing things, our reaction to the shadow we did not see is to often believe it's a negation of what we did see. We might, and then the person who sees it from that other side, because that's where their energy is bringing them to, when they see it from that other side, they might believe that you don't know because you don't see it from their perspective. Not recognizing the kaleidoscopic opportunity we have to magnify the light for us all. What happens when we magnify? How does it go? Oh, magnify the Lord, the is, with me. Yes, with me. Let us exalt his name together, its name. And as we enter into the house of the Lord, as we enter into this fifth dimension, which is the house of love, we'll sing praises to our knowing, our wisdom, our God. So, when we step into the magnification of what happens when we begin to expand all around and then we begin to welcome these 360-degree perspectives that won't always align with where we stand. We don't even realize we're fixed until we begin to expand and take in greater light. So again, for the Lord, he is great. So we'll change our language. For love, it is great and it's worthy to be praised. So let's magnify the light. Magnify it and lift it up. So we lift up this light. For love, it is great. This love is great. And it's worthy to be praised. And love is worthy to be shared and honored. So let's magnify it and lift it up. And when we lift up the perspectives of light from everyone's perspective, we can all then begin the chorus, which says, hallelujah, hallelujah. Love is worthy to be praised. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Love is worthy to be praised. When we lean into the magnification of light from all the perspectives from whence it can come, it means that there won't always be easy angles. And if you become fixed in a particular perspective, this is my angle, this is my reality, it allows me to see this and I see it, and as far as my eye can see, it is what it is. And someone just saunters up and their eye allows them a different perspective. When we allow room for the difference, we have an expanding of our light. We have an expanding of our knowing. We have an expanding of a truth as opposed to a need to blot it out because we believe that it is darkness. We believe that it is challenging. We believe that it is threatening because it is causing us to come undone, to change our borders of what was possible, and it allows more light. Then we become responsible for that light. Then we might have to change the thoughts that have been fixed in our eyes that only worked for this perspective but don't work once I'm expanded. And since if you don't want to do that work, then you might resist that expansion. Right now, though, the light is being expanded for all of we. All of we. And the only way that I've been able to tell this has been in the last few days, having people who I love new to me. These are new people to me, right? We're talking like few days, few weeks old, new to me. Bring me messages that were, and my side is not wrong. It just doesn't include their side. And is there space for their side? This is how we begin the process of making agreements that allow us to create a world that works for everyone. If you live near the equator, the world that works for you will look very different from the people who live near the ends of the world. If you live in a temperate, it's going to look different than if you live in an arid. We all have to make a world that works for everyone, which brings in the fact that people have the innate wisdom to create great good for them. And the agreements might be, I won't come over here and cause harm to your children. You don't come over here and cause harm to my children. And if we are having a conversation about what signifies harm, that's a different conversation to expand on. But again, this is how we begin this process of expanding out, because if you ask the children their opinion, that again, different perspectives. Many people will say, oh, the kids, they don't worry about them kids. They don't know what they want. Don't worry about those kids. They don't know what they want. And so many of us are walking around with pain from our childhood because we absolutely knew what we wanted. And now we become double-minded because what we want is being hassled inside of us by those people who told us that's not what you wanted. So we're trying to live up to some external ideal when we absolutely knew what we wanted. Had we been respected and loved and allowed for our perspective to have breath, have agency, then we move into the elders. Oh, don't worry about them. They old. She out her mind. She don't know no better. Does she not? Do we know? Is there room for her perspective? And then we get to the truth that those people who might be in the middle, who are serving and taking care of everyone, are struggling with the agreements that we've made in our world. So now we're getting to the crux of the issue. We have these agreements that have been made that say, in order to have a place to live, you must pay this amount of money, and these people get the money, and these people get the money, and we've created this scarcity of resources that there is not enough. And that is a lie. As my people would say, what I grew up in, they would tell you, that's a lie from the pits of hell. That's a lie. And the pits of the hell that some would want to put us in to control us inside of this I'm right, you're wrong reality, when we were all born to make great the light and the God that lives within us. Each and every one of us born to do that great work. So if I was born, you was born, she was born, he was born, what we got? It makes us have to magnify our light, to increase it, to include this, that, and the other. And so here's the thing. that might feel hard. That might feel impossible. And if it feels hard and it feels impossible, and what is this woman talking about? I hear her, but. If you got a lot of buts showing up, and I get it, much respect, because I know I too am human. If they're showing up for you, this is when you ask in your prayer and your practices to be expanded. Expand me, remove from me the things that would make me unable to receive this great love. What is it in me? And then watch it be revealed. And then that's when the work begins, right? So that's my conversation for today. I was lifted by people who I care deeply about to look at it, and as I removed my initial, like, they don't agree with me, or what is it that they're saying? And you hear that tone, that's the tone that I felt inside of myself. I breathed into it, and I sat it here. You sit right there. Now let me look at this with my bigger perspective. And I looked at it, I was like, I'm hearing their words. I'm hearing their truth. I'm hearing the resonance in them. Now now there's space in me to come out of my fixed place and shimmy over here and look at it from their place and say, wow, I see that. And it did not negate certain things that were true for me, but it shifted them because I had greater light. That is the job, brothers and sisters of the light. We are doing this work of I guess you can say, the ascension or the raising of human consciousness while we're in our bodies. See, we won't go before our maker. We are before our maker right now. We are before our maker right now in the choices we're making. And the idea of you can't judge me. Actually, I'm not judging you. I'm just witnessing you. Because that's what the world is doing. So let us work to magnify our light. Let's see what the prayer is going to come from today as we enter into day 17. And then we'll do some sound healing. We'll do some sound bowl playing and see what comes through. Let's see, who wants to speak to us today? Okay, right here. Wow. It says, it is said that desire is a product of the will, but the converse is in fact true. Will is a product of desire. And the statement is, my will is a powerful energy used for good. I bless the steely temper of my will. The still of my resolve graces me with tenacity, blesses me with endurance, and assures me of success. My will is a potent force which carries me in the direction of good. As I set my will on worthy objectives and goals, as I focus my will and act in accordance with its desires, I find myself moving effectively and powerfully in the world. My will is rooted in divine guidance and expressed as right action. My will is a sword that cuts away difficulties and defends values I cherish. I bless my will for its very willingness to bless me. The other word that I fell upon is, I live in the power of the moment. Every moment is a power point of creative choice. This realization is a great blessing. Knowing this, I choose to live my life consciously and concretely, moment by moment, choosing attitudes and actions which cause my life to flourish and expand. I am an arrow shot through time. My consciousness carries my accumulated energy and wisdom. As I allow my fullest self to choose my thoughts and behaviors, I act creatively and expansively. My rich life becomes richer still. I am alert to inner and outer promptings which cause me to recognize and respond to my ever increased opportunities, my ever increased blessings. As I create for myself an inner expectation of enlarged goodness and potential, my life becomes adventurous, optimistic, and expansive. In each moment, I choose the highest good, the clearest path, the most open hearted perspective. Each choice, each moment blesses me. I count my good fortune at every turn. Brothers and sisters of the light, as I read that, I want you to know that the ability to say no is very important and powerful. We are able to say no. We are able to look at the perspective of the other and say, I don't choose this. But it comes from the place of actually looking at it so we can become aware that that person is human still making this choice, even as we then choose the other. So we can look inside of ourselves to find out if we still have that in us. However, there will be many times where we can align with the vision we see that our brothers and sisters may also have. So look to see whether or not it is truly a place of discord, meaning we see things differently and that's okay because of my values of love, my values of patience, my value of courage, my value of doing no harm. There are certain things we might view differently. Sometimes they're for the great good and we can allow space for them. Sometimes they won't be. And if it's not for the great good, it's okay to know that. It's okay to say, and make clear lines. You stand there, I stand here, at least during this time, and allow the Creator to handle the rest. That's above, some things above my pay grade. Some people don't do the verses energy. I do. From the perspective of I can see those lines. And while we're in this world, they're with us too. So I'm going to play the bowl. I'm going to play the sound bowl. And I thank you all for being with me as we allow light and different perspectives to give us, more things to see and ponder on. in me, and I see the light in thee. I see the light in me, and I see the light in thee. I know a love that grows, and I know the truth we show. I know a love that grows, and I know how truth we show. I find the truth inside, so I go to my heart to know. I find the light inside, and so I go to my heart to know. Ooh. Thank you for being with me in this moment. Know that we won't get it wrong, and that every experience to bring in more light simply deepens our awareness. So, be those experiences shared where we stand at the same place, or be they differences where we see it from angles unfamiliar. The opportunity to expand in light and knowing is for us all. May we all take in the light of each other's good heart. May we all do the work of clearing our hearts so they can be receptive to greater light. Clearing the triggers, clearing the stories, clearing the lead, so that our light can come forth like gold and shine and be received and be deeply nutritious to all who come for us, even the bitter medicine. I'm so grateful to share with you all. May we go forward, and may we all be, let's sing it one last time, right? Oh, magnify the light in me. Let us exalt love's name together. And as we enter into the 5D reality, yes. And as we enter 5D reality, yes. So, oh, magnify the light in me. Let us exalt love's name together. And as we enter 5D reality, we sing praises, praises to, praises to, praises to. Not sure the word. Praises to, we'll sing praises to. Not our being. We'll sing praises to the light, praises to the love. I'm not sure. I'm going to sit with that. If you have an idea, tell me. Here we go. We said, oh, magnify the light in me. Let us exalt love's name together. And as we enter into 5D reality, we'll sing praises and be free. I'm not sure. I'm going to work on that. Y'all take care. And there'll probably be another message at some point later today. But yeah, take in views from people who you love. Take in views from people who your heart already has connection to find the truth. And maybe it might be a good chance for you to share yours too. We'll see. Blessings, y'all.